Hello again. In this video, I will be making Scoopy from the game Bugsnax. It's going to be the third Bugsnax I'm going to make. He's pretty easy to do, so if you are wondering about felting by yourself, then this is a good figure to make as your first work. If you want to do Sherbie Bugsnax, then you can easily follow this video too. You just need to make the face waffle different shape and use some other colors of wool for ice creams. So, as always, let's sum up what you will need for Scoopy. You have to prepare white, black, brown, dark brown, wheat, natural white or cream, pink wool, and for sprinkles blue, green, yellow, candy pink wool. Well then, as I said, Scoopy is pretty easy to make. At the start you need to felt 3 balls, each one should be of the same size. How big you make them is up to you, just remember later that your waffle cone should be as long as the length of all 3 of them. So you make 3 balls with brown, cream and pink wool. Once you're happy with their size, you can start to do that melt ice cream part. For me, it was easier to felt a thick strand of wool into a more stable piece, then roll it around the bottom of the ball and felt it together. You will need to repeat this step a few times, depending on how thick your strand is, but it will not slide away so much round and all, while connecting. The cone was the hardest part of this Bugsnax, because I wasn't sure how to make the texture of the waffle. I tried 2 different methods before I was happy with the results. So, first, you need to felt the cone shape, of course. This is easy. Then you use the same technique of getting a strand of wool and you felt it a little into a stable line. Talking about Bugsnax, the whole game was a great mix of drama, funny stuff and horror. The funniest thing I recall is a cactus, the one that Wambus dress up like Tiffany. It's used in the final battle as a weapon and you can see it in the last location of the game. The lines of dialogue about it during story and side quests are silly funny too. I don't play horror games and I wasn't prepared for some pretty scary moments in the game. Most who played surely heard about first one. You have to look around when you are sitting with rest of cast around campfire, and it was kinda scary. The second one that made me truly scream was at the end of game. I saw many let's plays and most of players follow Philbo in that inside the mountain corridors. But if you don't follow him on later crossroads and choose different tunnel, then you should check it by yourself. Thought since I told you about it now, it surely will be less scary than it is as a surprise. What I can say more? I really like that game has good endings and bad endings, and I'm looking forward if creators will ever make next game. Make those lines a little longer than your cone. It's always better to have it longer piece than too short. Once you have like 4 of those felted lines, you can join them with a cone from up to down at an inclined angle. I have made my details a little simpler so I didn't make the texture of the waffle small and dense. I've used around 5 vertical lines in the end. After I was done with them, I used more felted lines to cross with the first ones. I've used scissors for those, and I have only filled the gaps. I always cut pieces a little further because, as I have said in the past, the cut-ins gets unfelted and they are hard to felt back, so if you do the details where you can push cut-ins deep into the other shape then it's fine, else it's not a good idea. After you finish the cone, it's time to connect it with the first ice cream. Once it's holding together more or less, you can roll brown wool around and felt it on the cone. I've repeated this step a few times until it looked like brown chocolate is really covering the outside of the waffle cone. Sprinkles are pretty easy to do also, just grab small pieces of wool and felt them randomly on the whole thing. The last thing to make are the eyes. You need to felt white wool into 2 identical circular shapes. You do the same with black wool, but the shape will be smaller. All you have to do after this step is to connect all loose parts, meaning eyes, cone, and 2 last balls of ice creams. I helped myself with spare needles to hold things in place while I was connecting them with another needle. As always, remember to not bend the needle while connecting stuff. Make clean, front strikes or you can break the needle. And here's your finished Scoopy. I hope you liked the video. Please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. For now, it will be my last Bugsnax for a while, but I still really want to felt and stay bug one day, but currently, I have decided to cover the different game series. The next video will be Rose from Tales of Zestiria, but she also will be last for a while from Zesty. Still, if you have some Bugsnax you would like to see felted, let me know in the comments. I might try to do it once I felt things I planned for now. See you in another video.